to Drive-In Garage with Alan. I'm back at Street Metal Concepts. It's November 2nd. Hang out with me and let's see what's in the shop, find out what's going on.
What we can do is the same thing we did last time. It wasn't that. Not blow up tonight. I don't remember what we did last time. I picked it up and you turned it. I don't know. Now we're on it. There it is. Got it. Just checking over things and making sure everything is still good from the motor swap. I had to, there was a slight leak right here.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't something on the transmission that we got. So I took it back out just to verify.
It sounds like it was heavy, Ian.
It's not heavy, it's awkward.
Yeah, okay.
Normally, I mean, you can get away with picking up one person, but lining the splines up takes two people. The motor that was in it was shot. Well, there was something wrong with internal wise, and the parts were on back order. So instead of waiting for the parts to stop being on back order for a 200,000 mile motor, he said, well, I'm just gonna go buy a 60,000 mile motor and put it in this truck.
Well, that sounds like a smart thing to do.
And then he's gonna give it to his daughter.
What'd you have as your first vehicle?
My first, well, I had two vehicles bought at the same time. I had a 84 Corvette, and I had an 83 Toyota pickup.
What'd you have, Dale?
66 Barracuda.
Wow.
Okay, you beat us all.
With a slant 6 in it that I swapped out with a 318 that I was in high school shop. They were closing down the high school shop that year I was graduating, and they had a brand new 318 sitting there on the stand, and I asked them if I could get it.
Right.
They said, well, offer us some money for it. I offered them $100 and I got the brand new transmission and engine.
Awesome.
They were out of a vehicle that had fallen off a train that was being transported for Chrysler, and Chrysler gave it to the shop for like a project.
Right, so they got all that, yeah.
So I got the engine and transmission and put it in that Barracuda.
That's cool. Zip, what was your first car?
What?
What was your first car?
An 86 Chevy Spectrum.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know what the hell that looks like.
Grandma gave it to me.
Yeah, okay. Looks like Casey has a template made.
Oh yeah. These for the side wings going on the old running boards. I think you got a preview one I was cutting the last time.
Right.
But we gotta make 4 of these with a 1/4 inch wire frame out of some rolled stock. And then we'll be banging 2 sides together and putting a filler in it. Awesome. Make a 3-dimensional wing.
I suppose the next step is to cut that. What do you cut it with?
Cutting it with a good old just regular cutting wheel.
Grinding cutting wheel, not a torch?
Not a torch, no sir. All cut wheel.
Now, is this going to get full welds all the way around it?
It's welded all the way on the outside.
On the outside, okay.
Not on this particular one, but it will be, and then the insides will just be tacked.
Right.
So this will pretty much be our outside face.
Right there on the wheel. Let's go show everybody where it's going to sit. Right there. Now that's pretty darn cool, folks. And now the truck's going to go up and down, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That'll look pretty cool there.
So the truck will move, the fender will stay, and it'll essentially float like this.
Right.
About that distance. And it'll have about an inch or so width, 1.5 inches, and it'll taper as like a pyramid down, have about a 3 to 4 inch base.
Sure. Thank you, Casey.
Yes, sir.
This truck is really coming together cool, folks. Now, last couple of days, Casey has done some augmenting to the hood up here. He's added this piece. This piece was cut off the other hood to fill in this section to give him that outlook, that outline that they wanted. So he's moving along with the metal work here. Okay, so the new gas tank is in, and Dom is making up a new gas relay switch.
Nope, I'm making a new harness for the tank.
A new harness for the tank.
So you could easily remove the tank and just unplug it should you ever need to service it
Just
for
a
any
little
reason.
cannon plug or something right here.
Yeah.
So there's the new tank in the GTO. Like you said, he's gonna have to take it back out to do some other wiring, I guess, on it.
Yeah, I'll have to fab the sub harness that goes from this connector to the tank.
Right, okay, right,
That'll have the pump power, the sending unit, and all the grounds and everything for the tank
right.
all built
So
in.
the next step is to come over here and take this tank out so you can get to where the harness is going to be.
Yeah,
So it's just taking out a couple bolts.
pretty much it, yeah. Just
Yep.
a few bolts.
Yep. So I take it none of the fuel lines are hooked up to this yet.
The fuel lines are hooked up.
Are they? So you're
Yeah.
gonna have to disconnect them too.
Yes, I will.
What is that, aluminum?
It is a steel tank.
Steel tank.
Yep. But it's like a sheet metal kind of stamped steel tank, so it's not that heavy, at least while it's empty.
There's your fuel return and send line.
Yes. All right.
So there's his workbench. Rubbermaid.
Yep. Best on the market. His workbench, my lack of trash can on the side. So
Yeah, there we
you
go.
made it.
There we go. So which one of these are you're running wires to which one? Both of them?
Both of them.
Right?
These are the two grounds. This is the sending unit that tells you your fuel level.
Right.
Here's the pump.
Okay.
I mean, obviously there's not much to see the pumps inside the tank.
Right.
This one has an in-tank pump. So the send is here, it's connected directly to the pump, it's out, and you have two vents on the tank just to help with extra
All right.
venting.
So see, this is part of the process. You take your wires and you put them together and put them inside the loom.
Slide your heat shrink over.
This is called looming the wire.
Yes, very tedious process. Because you always got to be 15 steps ahead of yourself, because if you end up joining wires together without having extra heat shrink or anything in place before you do it, then you got to cut it or go backwards or
Right.
make do without. So this should work for now. Down there.
So the reason Dom is doing this is so that when they need to take this tank out again, there'll be a plug on the end of this here. You just plug it in and out from underneath the car, so you don't have to worry about cutting wires or anything.
That is correct.
It's to help facilitate maintenance. Okay, so now he's installed the zip tie. He's got his piece of loom in his hand. Gonna make the cut, the necessary cut. Slide the 4 wires together. So now your 2 black wires are your grounds, correct?
Correct.
And then the hot wires are the red and white.
Yes. We one is sensor, the other one will actually be fuel pump power.
Okay.
So just about there.
Slide the shrink wrap over the loom down to where you want it.
Get all the other pieces inside there,
Right.
just like that. I'll leave this one on after the wire is made, but let me shrink this one first.
Look at that. Just shrinks right up. Nice tight fit. Now that looks like it came right out of a professional shop.
There it
Because
is.
this is a professional shop. You come here, you get professional work. Now will you take that
Exactly.
zip tie off?
I'll get that zip tie back
You will
off.
take that zip tie
I'll
off?
just wait for this because these have glue inside there,
Uh-huh.
so they're kind of like a wax.
Okay.
It seals the connections and everything, kind of locks everything in place so it won't move.
Okay.
Once it's cooled off and it's not like gooey anymore, I'll clip the zip tie and everything's
Okay.
held in place.
Right. Makes sense.
Trim all these to be the same length. for my connector. Like that.
All right.
Then I'll put my ends on it and put the connector on.
Okay. All right, so the Scout had its paint put on it on the bed. This is a bed liner, and then the roll cage has been powder coated, and it looks like Thomas is putting this back together. This is coming together real nice. Thomas is putting the back seat in the Scout now. He's moving along with this interior. Won't be long, we'll all be on a beach drive.
Got the boots back in. I'll get the piece around the front shifter with your park reverse neutral drive 2-1.
Right?
That indicator is wrong because it's got more gears than that now.
Does it really?
So we'll probably get another one, but that
Right.
has a backlit option, so I'm gonna have to run a wire into there to get that working. All this section should be done. Hopefully I'll get the bar mounted, the lights in, and the wires ran down the bar. So we're running all the wiring inside the bar.
Inside the bar,
Yeah,
wow.
so if you notice, I got a couple
Yeah.
of holes up there.
Hole drilled in over here, yeah.
That way I can run the wiring for the lights and the
Yeah.
sound bar. This is seatbelt holes
Seat
there.
belt holes here.
And then down in the very bottom is where the wires will come out.
Right.
See another hole down there.
Yep, see it right there.
There's
yeah.
actually a hole in the floor you'll see there too. The wires are
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
they're gonna go under the truck.
Under the truck.
No carpet. You can't hide the wires under the
No
carpet.
carpet, right, exactly.
So we'll put it in on nice loom, and then we'll do a watertight seal under the truck, and
Right.
come up behind the dash for all the wiring needs to go behind the dash. This truck has a GM Performance Parts LS3 crate motor, as well as a transmission, as well as a Chevy transfer case.
Oh, all three of them will change.
So it is
right.
still four-wheel drive, and it has custom-made drive shafts to make all that work.
Right.
So the axles are from, I don't know if they're stock, but they were what was in the truck when it came. We just put new drive shafts, transfer case, transmission, and motor in it.
Right. Awesome, Thomas. Thank you so much for the
All
info.
drivetrain.
Cool, 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 cool. This is the sound bar for the Scout, made by Wet Sound. So that's going to put out some pretty good sounds here in this video. Does it for another episode of Drive-In Garage with Alan here at Street Metal Concept. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel and share this video if you can. I sure do appreciate it. See you on the next episode. Bye.